Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, it's Adam here. On the previous episode of Flying and Eating, we got access to the US bases in Guam. We showed you some of the cool sights, we got some weird gifts from friends, and now the adventure continues.
Half a day, I am now at Guam's airport right here. So of course we're gonna go check in and start heading back. Are we going home? Are we going to Chicago? No, we're not going to Hawaii either. We're not going back to Saipan. We're actually going back to Japan. We're going up to Tokyo. And we're not just changing planes, we're going back to Tokyo. We'll be there for like a week. Let the adventure persist. Oh, and before I check my bags in, again, huge shout out to Sandor, because he did live up to his word on our pizza, quote-unquote pizza exchange. He did pick me up and take me to the airport. So now I'm going to go through TSA and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you on the other side. So I just finished going through security and everything, and I got stopped by this guy. His name is Sean. Shout out to him. I don't think he's allowed to be on camera, but whatever. He was very nice. He was a big fan of this channel and video game stuff, and we were just chit-chatting, and took a look at the Second Pluto. He took the photos of it. That was really cool. So yeah, that was neat. Anyway, now we are in the terminal here, which has multiple stores. You have the duty-free store over here, and then you have things like Sunglass Hut, and then you have the touristy type of stuff, so Guam things specifically. I've seen it all. I've been here a bunch of times. There's also the United Club. Guess where I'm going? All right, I'll show you guys something. Look, Ren and Stimpy things, although I don't get these little teddy bear looking things. Over here we have some restaurants, Guam's Best Coffee, Domino's, Golden Bowl, Burger King, you know, the exotic stuff. Okay, now I'm going to the club lounge. All right, we are inside the club. I've already shown it to you, so I'm just gonna get breakfast. So, we've got scrambled eggs and sausages. We also have garlic rice, and one of my favorite things, finadeni. So I've already prepared myself a plate. So this is kind of cool because of the awkward nature of the times of flights. I am literally the only person in here that is not an employee. I'm the only one just chilling out, waiting around. It's kind of a nice perk. Yeah. I have my own club lounge effectively at the moment. So the lunch menu is out early. It's only like 9:20, but since I'm the only one here, they came over and they're like, oh yeah, pasta and stuff's ready if you want it. I'm like, okie dokie. So check this out. They just came over and handed me a strawberry milkshake. I will enjoy that. All right, we have left the club. Food was good. I mean, I was there for quite a few hours. Overall, good time. Anyway, onward to the flight. I have landed at Tokyo Narita, which is nostalgic because I used to land here all the time, but it's also weird to land here when it's still daytime, and I'm not jet lagged at all. So yeah, this is a big transit hub, international transfers as it points out. If you're doing that, you don't have to clear customs or anything like that. On the plane, we got a meal, just like some chicken and whatever, it was fine, but yeah, I'm gonna go do all the customs stuff. I filled out my QR code thing again, so that'll make the process a little faster. So this is incredibly common when coming from Guam, because it's just easier to transfer in Japan than it is in Honolulu, just due to how the way the time zones work. Yeah, boy! I'm sure a million people have seen that. This is nostalgic. I have a great photo of my mom and I in front of this on that last trip right before she passed away. That's nice to see. So I just cleared customs. I'm gonna go pick up my bag. And I just remembered another reason that I vastly prefer Narita over Haneda. They clear you in customs in like 10 seconds. Haneda is like an hour minimum. They're just so much better. It really does suck because Haneda is in such a good location, but Narita is the far superior airport. It is what it is. So this is cool. Obviously the flight from Los Angeles is coming in. Next up is Guam, that's us. But Cebu, the Philippines, United flies there, but only out of Tokyo Narita, which is cool. All right. Alright, got my bags cleared secondary customs where they just kind of double check your bag. I don't have anything of any interest, so on my way. So this is exit. This is where you would arrive. It's right around the corner there. Interesting thing about this, and this I noticed it watching Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. They filmed a scene of that right here. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is right here you see this thing called bus tickets. There is a limousine line, that's what they call it. It's really just a bus, and it takes you straight to the Yokohama station, which I'm going to do because it's not that expensive and they take care of your bags and you just get a nice air-conditioned seat and you get to relax, as opposed to having to go through the train system, which normally I would do, but I no longer have the JR pass, so it's not any fun, so I might as well pamper myself a little bit because bag is heavy. You can thank the Canadian and the German for that, because I came back with a bunch of cereal for them. Alright, just got off the bus. I am now at Yokohama Station. So like right there, you'll see people handing out little tissues and stuff, as it's just an advertising thing. But they gave me one. Usually with Gaijin they don't do that, only because it's considered kind of like a Japanese advertisement thing, and they just assume you can't read it or understand it, which is correct, I can't. But it was interesting, this guy actually handed it to me and he said it in English. Ohayo gozaimasu. Guess where I am? Welcome to Yokosuka. I'm back with Brett, he's right over there hiding. We're going to just kind of wander this area. We've done videos on this before, it's where Shenmue takes place. Film a couple of clips, probably get some lunch, that type of thing. I won't do anything extensive this time because, like I said, we have been here before, but you never know. We never know what kind of surprises we might get. Actually, so I now have something to show you. In Shenmue, there's a map of the Yokosuka area, which is where we're at. And usually, in the real maps here, they don't acknowledge the U.S. Navy base there, but in this one they do, which is kind of cool. So in the game, they do. So that's kind of, neither of us had actually seen this before, so this is kind of neat to us. By the way, if you ever want to see the U.S. base, I did a whole video on that. That was really cool. But one thing that is cool about that is it is actually a border. So this is actually the United States of America, and this is Japan. There is a definitive border there. So the Honeybee Burger, I've been there. This is apparently what Yu Suzuki based Honey Bear Burger, I think it was. The character is named Honey, and then there's Bear Burger. Bear Burger was based on this location, and the character of Honey was based on the name of this location. I've eaten here. It kind of sucks, but he apparently liked it. The Japanese can't do burgers, and I don't know why. They should be really good at it, but they're not. So this is Dobuita Street. This is the primary street in which the game takes place. I've shown you guys this before. We got a couple of updates and changes. Over here, we actually have some restaurants that I've been to before. This is a really good Indian place I like a lot. This one also takes USD, by the way, because they're used to you know, basically U.S. soldiers coming over here. The U.S. base is over there. We'll give you a quick look at it, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. Also, it's kind of fun. You'll notice in this area, these little posts, they have little stars on them, because this is the American zone, even though it's not America yet. So we're on the main street here. You'll see a lot of American flags and stuff, because the Yokosuka base, which says right there, starts basically over here. And so on that side of that, that's where it starts. It's technically the United States of America. So they're just kind of appealing to all the Americans in the area. Like, you got restaurants called Pentagon, Little Amsterdam, because occasionally there's various European troops of different nature that rotate in and out of here, especially, but not, this is not European, but Australians get sent over here, New Zealand's forces, Filipino forces. The US base is used for a lot of multi-purposes between a whole bunch of different countries that are allied against, let's say, less friendly nations. So right here, you'll see a sign that says United States Fleet Activities. You'll see this yellow strip here. On this side of it, you're in Japan. On that side, Brett, if you'll indulge me, he is now actually in the United States of America. Now, there's a room over there. This is the only room you can go into. If you do that, you're actually completely in the U.S. That's like where the military or the Navy checks your stuff, and then you can go into a second area. We can't do that. We can go in that room. We just don't have a reason to. But how does it... I think he's enjoying being half free, and, well, no, he's not free anymore. Now he's half free. He's all free. Wow. So we're outside Tsunami Burger, which is famous for having presidential burgers. Like, they have an Obama burger, the George W. Bush burger, the Trump burger. I guess they were expecting Kamala Harris to win because they had made her a burger. Although, I think there was a Biden burger, but I don't know if they still do that. So over here you can see some of the docks. This is all touristy stuff. That side's actually the American side. Most of it's beyond those trees, but some of this is American. Like, you can see there's actually a ship in for service of some kind. That ship is, the sub is actually Japanese, but it's from like World War II. It's just kind of a thing they leave up as a display. And then over here you have the Japanese ships. as well. It's this big place where you have to remember, obviously these two fought a horrible war against each other, but now they're two of the most unified allies on the planet. All right, so now look who's joined us. It's Eric. Yeah, Eric Kelso.
First time at Dobuita Street.
Exactly. So this is our little thing we wanted to do. He's obviously voiced various characters in the Shenmue franchise. Never been down to this area where Shenmue takes place. Right there, buddy. This is his first viewing of it. That's Dobuita Street. That is where Shenmue takes place.
Wow.
Any thoughts?
Surf taco looks yummy.
That wasn't the thing I was expecting.
Wasn't in the game, but yeah. I'm trying to see if there are any, like,
unfortunately, not much is open at the moment.
Or anything that were in the game.
Oh, there's a few further down. We'll take a look at them later.
But it definitely has the vibe, you know, of a Japanese shopping street kind of thing.
Yeah.
A bar street.
But meanwhile, it has those, like, so if you look at the pillar things, they have little stars on them because it's like right next to the American base.
Okay.
So it's this melting pot in Japan, which is kind of a rare thing here. It's cool. Yeah. I just thought you guys might appreciate that.
Ah, Tom and Jack.
Yeah. It's like, I thought you guys would.
Wow, that's just like the game.
There you go. I thought you'd appreciate that we actually took one of the actors to the actual location.
Tom and Jack.
Yeah, Tom and Jack. He likes Tom and Jack.
Look at this.
He's a happy boy.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So the city of Yokosuka embraces its Shenmue past, so there's actually Shenmue guide maps and things. And what do you know? There's you. That's you.
That's me.
And that's you down there.
That's me.
No Fuku-San on that one, but
Fuku-San.
Yeah, but that is you. And it's in English too.
Fuku-san. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's going to sign a few of those for you guys. Somebody's going to get free signed guide maps by Eric. So you might appreciate this. He went in there.
Actually, we got 5 of these. But we didn't want to just be selfish and take all our copies. So I asked the Obachan, the woman who runs the place, if I could take 5, and she said, yeah, go ahead. And I said, actually, I'm the voice of this character and this character. I'm a voice actor. She's like, oh, that's great. She was very enthusiastic and supportive.
Well, yeah, Eric, in Shenmue, this is where Ryo is always training and everything. He comes to the parking lot to fight. Because that's where he avoids you. He doesn't want to fight, Fuku-San back at the dojo. He'd rather hang out in an empty lot by himself.
I think Fuku-San is kind of sad. He thinks he's just avoiding him.
Yeah, he probably is. So we're on the bus now, and we're basically taking the route that Ryo would take anytime he was going down to work his job at the harbor. Like, it's a 15-minute route, basically, from that area over to the harbor. It's kind of interesting or weird to you to be on this. You're not Ryo.
What's that?
No, apparently not.
No, it's nice. It's good.
It's a nice, comfortable bus ride.
Yeah, we've been shooting all day. It's kind of fun to just sit on the bus and look around. It's a nice trip. Yeah. And Japanese buses are very, very clean, on time, quiet. Oh, we gotta go.
It's kind of cool to mentally envision that Ryo Hazuki would have run out of there with like a motorcycle. And then he would have head around here, and then maybe ended up, these very nice-looking Japanese imagery. And then back there, the harbor. So, Eric, we're down here at the... I've never actually been down to this section before. Brett, who is off camera, thought it would be very cool to take us down here. So the Shenmue team, when they were building the game, they based the harbor on this side. So in the background of the game, you can actually see a lot of ships.
Japanese flag there.
These
Japanese ships.
Yeah, these are Japanese ships. The American ones are all like way down back over to the right, like where we were.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's for me this is cool. I've never actually been down here before, so it's nice to
I've lived here most of my life, but I've never been down here.
And you're in a game that takes place here.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for you.
For sure.
So this is kind of cool. There's these 4 legs here, right? This apparently used to be a big crane that one time, it was like from the war times. They took it down in the early 2000s, I guess. It's actually in Shenmue 1, especially. It's most memorable at the very end of the game. Basically, Guizang is training Ryo how to do a new fighting move, and then Chai jumps in, the crane breaks, and it hits Guizang's leg, and that sucks for you.
Damn crane. Get me out of Shenmue 3 and 2.
So, Brent taught me a new phrase in Japanese. Now, Eric speaks Japanese now. He doesn't know what I'm about to say, and I'm going to see if he can translate what I'm about to say, or if it'll make sense to him. Eigo hanesemasu ka?
Yes, I do speak English.
Hey, there you go. Eigo is English. Hanese mas is, I don't know exactly what it means, but ka is the question mark. So, ego hanese masu ka? English, do you speak it? Right?
Hi, ego hanesimasu. Shabarimasu.
He's smart. We're gonna go get food now. So it's been a long day of filming with this guy. We've been having a lot of fun. We are now outside Tsunami Burger. You want a burger?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna get him a burger because he's been a good sport. And they have a bunch of presidential burgers, as we talked about before. I'm gonna get the Harris burger because they're clearly not going to keep this on the menu much longer. I guarantee it's not good. It's got
mac and cheese.
it's got Kraft mac and cheese, which is probably the worst. But whatever, we're gonna do it anyway because I try to humor you with my pain. Do you have a preference? Have you looked at the menu yet?
I haven't looked at the menu, but I'm thinking, classic bacon cheeseburger kind of thing.
Oh, he's not going for one of the fancy ones.
We'll see.
All right, well, we'll find out. Brett is still with us. We'll show you what he eats, but you won't see him. Just an example of some of these burgers. That middle one's like the U.S. Fleet Burger. That is a real thing. You can order that. So randomly, they have a Back to the Future signed picture from Christopher Lloyd, and I think that Michael J. Fox also signed that too. I don't know what that's doing here, but that's awesome. So this is Brett's burger. He just got like a standard cheese and bacon burger. But he actually got fries though. It doesn't come standard with that. He did that on his own.
Got the George Washington burger, first president, so I figure it's got to be the first burger.
Yeah, he corrected me on that. I thought it was the George W. Bush burger. No, it's the George Washington burger, which is much
like
better
a
president.
Big, bacon cheeseburger with an egg.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, there it is, the Kamala Harris burger. It comes with a side of honey, which I think I'm supposed to just pour on it. I don't really know, so I'm just going to do it. We got the bread, we got the honey, we got mac and cheese. That's a hash brown under that. Bacon, obviously the beef patty, some onions, lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, and no pickles, so it's actually food. So we just left Tsunami Burger. As you can see, Spider-Man's keeping it well protected, as is Batman, by the way. So what'd you think of your burger? Let's walk and talk.
Good, I'm stuffed. Big.
Bigo desu.
But it had a nice kind of charcoal, grill kind of quality to it, which was good. And the bacon was nice and smoky. Liked it.
For
Half pound, big.
Yeah, they're big.
Burger.
I liked mine surprisingly. It wasn't like I was kind of expecting.
Oh yeah, how was the macaroni on there?
It actually wasn't bad. It was not bad.
And honey.
I mean, the honey is always good on. I love honey. I'll put it on a lot of things.
Okay.
Kind of abnormal combination. I enjoyed it. It's a sloppy mess though. The burger definitely fell apart on me.
Definitely was sloppy.
At the end, I was kind of eating. I was kind of eating it with a fork at the end. It's like whatever. So yeah, not like the best burger I've ever had, but on a Japan scale, because I think that they can do better on the burgers. For now, still one of the better places. Recommended.
Yeah.
So I'm now back in Yokohama, and I thought I'd expand a little bit on the little bit of Japanese I taught you, because this whole series I haven't taught you any new phrases, because I haven't learned any new phrases. So the one I used before was Eigo hanasemasu ka? Eigo hanasemasu ka? Which means, do you speak English? Now that's kind of a cool one to learn, because you can slightly alter it and get 4 different sentences out of it. So if you were to say Eigo hanasemasu, you're saying, I speak English. Eigo hanasemasu. You just get rid of the ka. The ka at the end is basically the equivalency of a question mark. So, Eigo hanasemasu ka? Do you speak English? Eigo hanasemasu. I speak English. But if you also know the word for Japanese, the language, which is Nihongo, you can insert that. So, Nihongo hanasemasu ka? Do you speak Japanese? Nihongo hanasemasu. I speak Japanese. Now, you no doubt don't, just like I do not, and therefore those two are probably kind of useless to you, and just declaring that you can speak English in Japanese is kind of useless, but technically, I just fell in a hole, technically you just learned 4 sentences. Eigo hanasemasu ka? Do you speak English? Eigo hanasemasu. I speak English. Nihongo hanasemasu ka? Do you speak Japanese? Nihongo hanasemasu. I speak Japanese, which I do not. Ohayo gozaimasu. Day unknown. I am outside the Starbucks at the Yokohama Station Terminal. I'm waiting for my buddy Brett, and we're going to go have adventures. Now, just as a reminder, Brett is not a camera guy, so he'll always just be right off the side. He's not here yet. But yeah, we're going to go do stuff, and you'll never see him. It is what it is. But what I'm thinking about doing, before we go take care of business, is so Starbucks over here, they have a new drink. Now, the thing with Starbucks in Japan is once a month they have like a completely new special flavor. This one started one day after I left to go down to the CNMI and Guam. So now that I'm back, it's available. So I went for the ruby chocolate one. Apparently there's 3 of them. One's like a blonde chocolate or white chocolate, and then there's a traditional chocolate. All right, Brett and I are gonna go here for food purposes. And what I've selected is over here, some sort of like pork cutlet, I think, pork katsu, curry sauce, rice, egg, and then it's going to have a little salad bit. Yes, I'm going to intentionally eat salad. Our food has arrived. This is Brett's. He got a ginger pork with like salad, rice, I'm assuming a soup, miso soup, I think. Mine, I got a pork cutlet thing, salad. There's my curry, which is separate. I apparently am entitled to more rice if I want it, and I also got the miso soup. But yeah, it looks good. Enjoy. All right, guys, so we're in Shinjuku now, and for one very specific reason. I've shown you this in the past. Up there, you can see the Godzilla head. And I've always wanted to go up there, and that is actually possible, but I lack the language skills to do it. However, Brett does not, so we may be able to do this. Yeah, we failed. So it turns out that the terrace is under construction or something. It says, for various circumstances, which doesn't really mean anything, you can't go up there currently. So, future trip, I guess. So Brett was thinking maybe tonight we'll get some Japanese food for dinner. This is a nice little bonus. We got a, I don't know if it's a, yeah, it's like a vending machine. It's a Yakuza vending machine, officially labeled and licensed. That's neat. I want a Shenmue one, though. Fast forward a couple hours. I am now in Yokohama, and yeah, I'm at the Hotel Live Max again in Chinatown. It's familiar turf. It's very easy for me to function out of here because of the train. Shut up. Anyway, what are we doing right now? 2 things. One, I kind of feel like I should get some food, and I haven't had kura sushi in a while, so you probably... Here, look, here's some footage of sushi at a conveyor belt place. It's good. Leave me alone. I promise the fancy foods will come later. Second, we're going to pop into a Don Quixote. I'm sure you enjoyed seeing them in Guam, but there was one thing I kept trying to get while I was there, and it wasn't in stock, because they just don't sell it at that one, but the ones in Japan do. I need USB flash drive storage, because I've been filming enough that even the little portable drive I brought is full. My phone is filling up, and I can't film more video clips unless I take care of this. You guys see what I have to do for you? I hope you appreciate it. Alright, I think we got a solution. So we have a little 250 gigabyte SSD portable. It is, of course, USB-A, and I have an A to C adapter. It's not ideal, but, you know, this is kind of becoming an emergency situation. So, must do it, and from here on out, I'll just have this as a backup. So you guys want some irony? The Don Quixote has a bit of an import candy section, and it's got tons of nerds, the things we actually couldn't find in the US. So this is cool. They have what they call bath balls. So for example, this is a Godzilla one, right? So you dump this in water and it's like a bath bomb. It has soap, and then a little toy will be hidden inside. So get one of those characters. Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Hedorah, Mechagodzilla, or Mothra. They also have South Park ones. South Park is surprisingly popular in Japan, which is very weird because comedy doesn't usually translate, but part of the reason I think it's popular is just because they're so iconic as characters, and the animation, they just look like little mascots. Anyway, it'll dissolve, and as you can see, you can win a toy of one of the 4 boys, and it's a mystery, just kind of the fun of it.
And that'll do it for part 11. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned to the 12th and final part, which is going to be my last days in Japan. We'll explore some new areas such as Chiba, and then make our way home. But in the meantime, if you guys could do me a favor, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done it before, as well as check out all the social media stuff in the description: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, Spreadshirt, etc. I appreciate the support on all those platforms. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.